for the record. I'm not so sure whether the government of Emmerson Tambutso Mnangagwa has done such, whereby they lie to the members of public through disseminating wrong information and concede that indeed they lied. And we thank God, because these days there is technology. Information is transmitted very, very fast. If the government announces that it is doing something somewhere, people can easily verify and tell that there is absolutely no project of that sort. So the Ministry of Transport Zimbabwe has actually acknowledged that they lied to the people of Zimbabwe, that there was construction which was going on along Bulawayo, Victoria Falls, something that did not happen. And I think in correcting this, they are also lying, in my views. Greetings and welcome on your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button, so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So the Ministry of Transport in Zimbabwe has issued a statement. Initially, they told the people that there was construction which was going on between Bulawayo to Victoria Falls Road. Remember, this began to take place after there was a picture of some white people standing on a pothole, sitting on a pothole. The picture that went viral, and upon the government realizing this, they tried to lie to the people of Zimbabwe in an attempt to try and counter that picture which exposed a road network that is connecting Bulawayo and Victoria Falls, a very, very strategic and important road, taking into consideration that we are talking of an area that is usually used by tourists, people who are visiting the country, who have to be impressed so that they can tell a good story about the country's infrastructure as well as experience. So we saw the Ministry of Transport issuing a statement saying they were doing something, they were building the Bulawayo Victoria Falls road, and even some pictures were shown that construction was being carried out along Bulawayo Victoria Falls Road. Thanks to the people of Zimbabwe, who are very, very wise, someone quickly verified on whether there was any construction that was ongoing between Bulawayo and Victoria Falls Road, only to discover that the whole government ministry was lying to the people of Zimbabwe through its X-handle, which is formerly Twitter. And now they have decided to come up with a story. I think this is a story. If really there is a government employee who did such, they were supposed to name that government employee and also indicate the measures that would be taken against that government employee. According to the statement that has been issued by the Ministry of Transport, they are saying it was a junior government official who tweeted that information, and that was against the standard of the Ministry of Transport. And also that official has acknowledged that it's either he or she breached the standard operating procedures of the Ministry of Education by tweeting that particular picture. Anyway, if that was an employee in the Department of Transport, in the Ministry of Transport, who did that, sometimes we need to interrogate all these lies. If really that was an employee who did that, what was the purpose of doing that? What was the purpose of sending the minister, the whole Minister of Transport? If that employee, what did that employee stand to benefit? And I can tell you that in Zimbabwe, information is not disseminated. Information is not disseminated, especially in any ministry, without the approval of the minister. And I can attest to you, I remember I was doing my dissertation at university. Now there is information that I wanted from the Ministry of Health. I went to the provincial offices in Bulawayo to ask for that information. I was told I came very, very late. The procedure is to write a letter to the Minister of Health. Then the Minister of Health will have to clear whoever will give that particular information. So that just imagine any information about the statistics on what is, the statistics on issues of health, then someone has to undergo through that struggle and haggles. What about issuing a press statement on behalf of the Ministry of Transport? Come on, they should get a life. We are people, and this is not a stone age, or this is not 1980s where they could lie to people and it would be difficult for people to do verification. This is the digital era. We can easily detect lies so quick and fast because of the technology that has been developed. So that press statement, which is an apology, it is full of lies. It is full of lies. There is absolutely no way, no government no government employee would love to actually put his job online, defending the government which is failing to construct infrastructure across the country by actually manufacturing lies and disseminating those lies to the members of the public. All for what? What does that individual stand to benefit? So these are the issues that people should. So they are trying to manage a lie with another lie, which make things worse. The Ministry of Transport was supposed to take accountability and was supposed to actually apologize sincerely and not these excuses. And this person, we are just told it was an official who is a junior official who is handling Twitter, or you can call it X. And that junior official has acknowledged that he went against the standard operating procedures of the Ministry of Education. All for what? All for what, really? All for what? Because the government is not a relative of that particular official. That is the person who is working. And I strongly believe that any information that is disseminated, it has to be, especially publicly. ZANU-PF is so sensitive. That is why you see Zimbabwe Broadcasting Corporation is under a Minister of Information. It is so sensitive about what is disseminated to the members of the public. The news that you hear today on the propaganda machinery of government, that is ZBC, those news are approved from the bedroom of Emmerson Tambudzo Mnangagwa. They cannot give you news that are not approved. They are told you are cleared to talk about this which is happening. So someone is taking the people of Zimbabwe for a ride. Anyway, if it was a sincere apology, we would have clapped hands for them. But to me, this is not a sincere apology. They are trying to play with the minds of the people of Zimbabwe. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, guess what? You become the very first one to watch us. Okay.